So I'm doing a motor mount replacement, front motor mount. This is a Lexus ES300H, which is the same setup, same motor as the Camry hybrids. And so it's a little intimidating when you first look at it because you got some stuff in the way. You have this inverter coolant, and you have an inverter coolant line, which runs over here and down into the engine block there. So first, all you got to do, take these little clips out. There's about 8 of them that go across, and then you're going to take these 2 screws out of this air box, and it comes right out. It goes in right there, comes out. 2 screws are right here. So I haven't actually taken it out yet, but I've got this pulled back with some bungee cords. But you have to disconnect two screws right there, 2 10mm right there. You have this bracket which goes right here. You have 2 10mm right there. Kind of release these little clips to pull off of these things. So you got, and then you also have a clip right here, which goes on right there. So you can release those real easy with your finger actually. And you've got 1 10mm screw right there, bracket, and that allows this thing to basically kind of move up and out of the way. I haven't actually unplugged anything, and I don't have a lot of tension on it. I'm not, I don't want to damage those wires, but it does appear that it's pulled back out of the way enough for me to pull this motor mount out when I get ready. You also have to, I went ahead and took a 10mm out right here, 10mm there, to allow this to shift over. It's inverter coolant reservoir. And you have 1 10mm right here that holds this on. It's got a little bracket right here. And then you have another 10mm right here. You have a hole right there in the fan shroud. So that's going to allow this thing to basically, you can see how it's going to be able to move out of the way. Shifts all the way over. It's going to allow a big space right there for me to pull this motor mount out when I get it out. Now I don't know if I'm going to remove these 2 bolts from this bracket and just remove the whole bracket itself. That's probably what I'm going to have to do. You've got 3 14mm down in the subframe right there from the bottom. Those will be easy. This will be easy. So hopefully right now this is going to be easy the rest of the way. Just take these bolts out basically. And it looks like I got a pretty good space here, so I'm gonna let y'all know how that goes. Okay, I've got set up. This is what it looks like I'm gonna do with the top one. Is this 17mm. I've got a deep well socket there. And I've got a spark plug extension, 3/8, and I have an adapter here on this 1/2-inch drive. Gives it a little more height, and I'm just gonna do it like this. Got just enough room to do that, so it should come right off. All right, so as you can see here, I've taken this shield off, and I'm not gonna crawl underneath the car. I'm actually not even under the car because I'm so close to the front. So you don't really need jack stands on me. I've got my arms under here, but it's not going anywhere. So I've got 14mm here, 14mm right there, and then I've got a 14mm right behind that. So I'm just gonna take those out. And this thing should actually lift out. I'm probably gonna go ahead and take that bracket out after this. Okay, a little update. You're gonna have to take this bracket off, and you got 3 14mm in there. So this middle one, that middle one right there is the hardest one because it's very close to the motor mount there. So what I found, I just broke it loose, is you're gonna have to have a swivel and just a short 14mm. They're not on there super tight. I actually could extend this out further, but this hose got in the way, so you just gotta put it in there like that, swivel it, get it tight, and I was able to break it free. It wasn't too bad. The other 2, the top and bottom ones, those shouldn't be any problem as far as clearance. Okay, so I can confirm that was the way to do it. Took this bracket off. Actually, this bottom one, this one I use a swivel. This bottom one, it has a little issue with clearing right here at the top of this bracket. Like your socket has a little issue clearing it, so I had to get one of these. I don't have one of those angled ones that ratcheting, that would have been perfect. You can buy them where they ratchet here at the end and are kind of, they move back and forth so you can get a little different angle on it. I had it set, somebody stole it. I don't know what happened to it. I lost it about a year or two ago and never saw it again. So, but then I just used a longer one. Let me get it set up like this to create some leverage. This is just basically put it down in there like that. And then that gave me some leverage. I actually had to put it on this side of this hose like this and then push it over to get some leverage because I wasn't strong enough in my arm just to use this little thing. But that was just for that bottom one. Like I said, if you had a ratcheting one that, I don't know what they're called, but that bracket does just come off and then it comes out actually pretty easy. Like I said, just move this inverter cooler line back a little bit and it really didn't take much to fish it out of there. So this is how you do it. All right, one thing I want to say about reassembly, this middle one, because like I said earlier, you had a top, a bottom one, and then you have a middle screw in this bracket, a bolt, whatever. You're going to want to put this bolt in this bracket first. When you put it on there, get it started first, because otherwise you're going to run into an issue. You can't actually get this bolt past this motor mount. So you have to basically put it in the bracket first, put it on, and then get it started. These other two have clearance to get the bolt in there, fine, but that middle one, you're gonna have to do it like that.